we're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
Our lives weren't that bad. So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Oh, right. We're on someone else's turn. If we're discovered, even Neuvillette might not be able to rescue us. Hey! Don't scare Paimon! Oh, Paimon's not ready for all this.
Look, I don't really know you. And I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but...
Someone important?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so... You just go on...
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here? They're already onto us?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard. When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Gardamex come and wait in formation.
Wait! You know about our connection with Neuvillette?
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Udex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace! Lovely weather
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the weather is as good outside the sea as you say it is. How great it would have been if only the Fortress of Meripede had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy.
My profuse apologies.
So this is the Duke. He sure looks...
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I trust you were satisfied with his guidance? Outstanding. Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting, I believe that fate will reward... When you return to your bunk, you'll find the guards have issued some extra credit coupons to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't believe you gave me such...
Well, I believe that concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here. Deacon, if you would.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh, no wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types. Alright, let's keep up with...
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminally inclined,
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that?
well, then maybe you'll be able to carve out a name and a place for yourselves in this underwater world. But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Merit... Now, we've arrived at a very important place. The Coupon Cafeteria.
Welfare meal? You mean...
That's right. Criminals are essential to Fortress operations, so we must guarantee...
How it was. Back in the day, it cost you credit coupons just to get a cup of water here. For fish like you who just arrived with nothing, you'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no-good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole lives. Nobody starves to death here.
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say, but trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, if nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. And that would only make things... So, rather than saying that we're giving everyone a free meal here, you should...
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere...
Right! Paimon sees you... Oh, wait, no. We shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems the inmates really respect the...
Let's continue this way. This place is known as the Pancration Ring. Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough of an outlet for them. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue.
Pancration matches? And you can earn extra...
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
So, did you?
No, actually. I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the proceeds in return. Of course, the fees are also...
Oh. Do you mind if we ask what they're used for?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why?
Oh, no. Paimon...
A reasonable guess. I see you...
Oh, you hear that? Paimon...
That is something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
Rise with the sun! Rev the engines!
Your Grace.
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so...
Jeez. That guy...
These are the dormitories, which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where your bunk is later. In the Fortress of Meripede, criminals usually spend most of their time in either the production zone or the sleeping areas.
The production zone? What does it produce?
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons, if you have other skills.
Wow. Wait, you're the manager of this place?
The fact that the Fortress of Meripede has continued operating completely autonomously is proof enough that, as for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine originate from our workshop. Therefore, the Fortress of Meripede is not only a place where... There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll experience it all firsthand when you report for work tomorrow. Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
You really scared me there. I didn't expect to see you here.
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused and keep up the pace. Oh? Is...
It's nothing.
Help each other get through it together.
Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a time like this?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Sigewinne here is the Fortress of Meripede's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the...
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps you could find the time to join us for...
Oh, then these two must...
Thank you. Your presence...
Oh, so the chore part is over now?
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the details. I seldom conduct tours, so why don't you just ask if you have a...
Well...
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe a meal will help you think up some questions.
You should at least try to be excited. Our free meals are actually pretty good here.
Kids these days, you just can't...
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
What do you think of the food? Wow, it looks delicious! Neverlet made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede wasn't very good. Who would have guessed that criminals get to eat tasty... Oh, isn't that the meal box that only super lucky people manage to draw?
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Walsey, so...
Oh, you mean the meals are... Yes, what you get to eat depends completely on your luck. You could say that it's a distasteful little game that Chef Walsey likes to play. Paimon knew it! If criminals Paimons got to eat tasty food like this every meal, the crime rate in... Excuse me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now? I've been wondering how he's doing. Is he busy with work? Has he been taking care of his health? He seems healthy no matter how you look at him, but he works so hard all the time, so it must be really tiring.
Sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop worrying so much, Sigewinne.
Oh, that's good. But I still feel like it's been too long since I've heard any news about him.
No news is good news. Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
But isn't the Fortress of Meropide independent from Fontaine's court system? What do you two have to discuss?
Well, we provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use, and some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this and that. Monsieur Neuvillette's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. Talking with him feels quite effortless. In light of that, I am quite willing to go out of my way to show respect and accommodate him. In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur Neuvillette. But unfortunately, I can only do so until the end of this meal. After this, you two will just be inmates here. You're very welcome. Well, your new life awaits.
Grab yourself a welfare meal.
Traveler and Paimon, right? Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to do and when to do it. Don't make any extra trouble for yourself. Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this! The days of staying home and reading detective stories are like a dream now. By the way, Traveler, we saw a lot of things worth investigating just now. Even though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, it seems that he was only welcoming because we know Neuvillette. We are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake, but we're actually here to help Neuvillette. Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or is Paimon overthinking things? Yeah, Paimon thinks so too. He probably knew why we came here from the very beginning and intentionally wanted to send us a message. Maybe something like, "Hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try anything funny." Yeah, you're right. It's not like we can go back to Neuvillette empty-handed and say, "The dude looks scary, so we gave up." And besides, the Duke said that he was willing to go out of his way to show respect for Neuvillette, right? So, we at least need to try. But Paimon hasn't gotten a clue where we should start our investigation. You mean... Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too! Paimon almost spilled the beans when we ran into him. Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees Linny as just another inmate. We worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's... Oh, right! Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too! Huh? Oh, it's a card! Paimon didn't notice it earlier. It looks like a magician's prop. Lenny must have left it here. He's in prison and still doing his little tricks, huh? Let Paimon have a look. It was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up. And what in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon thought he'd write something important. If you say so. We can ask him what's going on tomorrow. Let's get some rest now. Hey, you're finally awake! Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about getting interrogated by the guards until Paimon told them everything, and then Paimon woke up. Hey, come on! It's just a dream, okay? Paimon wouldn't really squeal. Maybe?
Hey, lazy bones! What are you still doing here? If you don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the production zone.
Sorry! We're going right away!
You must be the catch of the day. Looks like you've got some luck getting assigned this space.
Yep, we just arrived yesterday.
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Yes, sir.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Every machine here is worth more than the both of you. Working around these machines can be very dangerous. Do your job well, and you can eat in the cafeteria after your shift. Get sloppy, and you dine in the infirmary. Anyway, the Fortress of Merope doesn't want to lose a single one of its machines. And it also doesn't want to waste the production potential of any inmate. You got that?
Got it.
Your job is to use the machine over there to process widgets. Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets jammed, then give it a little maintenance with your fist. Here, take this. Bring me the processed widgets, and I'll give you some credit.
Once the widget is hot enough to blow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget. So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem. You got great! Now we can report back to the foreman and give him the process.
Huh. This one is tolerable. Though, alright, I'll pass you for now. And we'll count up how...
Paimon's exhausted. Ugh. Even though Paimon's star, he probably just... Lenny? Mr. Magician? Where are you? Oh, this had better not be some disappearing act. He doesn't seem to be around here. Let's try looking somewhere else. Where could he be? Did he decide to slack off and sleep the day away?
Hey, over here.
Oh,
Oh, you scare so easily now?
you little... The only...
Sorry.
Oh, Lynette! You're here too!
That's right. My brother simply...
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here.
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Pyro remember... Now hurry up and tell us. How did you end up as criminals this...
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the popularity we gained from the Opera House incident.
And then...
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with...
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted him.
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big filing cabinet.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the performance was...
Leave it to Lenny to magic...
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely, so I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. We were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave, to come here and conduct an investigation.
Told you so! See? Paimon guessed right!
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard, but the fortress of Meropide hides a secret. Some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it. The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, trying to uncover its mysteries. But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished and have not been heard from since. We believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here. Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's Gnosis.
Huh? How did she manage to learn information that important?
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But we trust her conclusions.
It was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's Gnosis might be in the fortress of Meropide and is related to that secret.
So it's all about the Gnosis again.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two? Did Monsieur Nervulette send you here?
Bingo! The Knave has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Child, so we came here to investigate. Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a... Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on the...
Sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then...
Is it just Paimon? Or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation?
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for it. Even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Meropide. It would be more efficient for us to work... As you know...
See, I told you.
Is that so?
Lenny seems to be thinking...
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach and understand, or I should say, we were really looking forward to team...
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
It's okay to open up a little.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since we first met. That's reasonable enough, and I agreed to cooperate on these terms as well. I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. All right then, there's no time to lose. I have some information to share, so listen carefully. Since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the Fortress of Meropide has a forbidden zone. Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, we were able to confirm the existence of the forbidden zone from the guards. You should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where the child
Good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions, and we'll be investigating... Oh, look at the time. You two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cafeteria and get something to eat. I'll use my cards to get in touch with you again in the future.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear! Paimon's starving after all that work today.
Burn it down!
Oh, he wasn't kidding. Forget about it then. We'll just deal with... But life here doesn't seem all that bad. Other than the foreman being kinda mean and
You think so, mate? If I had a coupon for it, seems you fishies still haven't learned your lessons from your life. If you take things at face value, then by the time you reach a dead end, you won't even know how you ended up on that road. Everyone's been telling you to just follow the rules, and what they don't tell you is that the rules aren't exactly what they pretend to be. The truth is, this place has...
Huh? Hidden?
Not everyone knows about those rules, but whether you know them or not, once you break one, you might encounter...
Really? Oh, no.
Of course. And I'd say that just disappearing would be one of the better outcomes.
Oh, you mean that if there really are hidden rules, then in that case, would you tell us some hidden rules? We definitely want to avoid breaking them.
Come on, mate. This is valuable information. The difference between life and death. Do you really think you can just ask and I would tell you?
Paimon understands, but we don't have many credit coupons yet.
Yeah, I know. Not like I'm going anywhere. Just come talk to me after you've saved enough. Moreover, you're new fish, freshly caught, and completely out of your element. What'd be the point in even telling you anything before you've gotten a handle on your new lives? Come and find me once you've been here longer. I'm usually around the rag and bone shop. Just call me V-Doc. Bye-bye now.
He left. Just like that. Huh. Do you think he's just trying to scare us into buying fake information from him? Yeah, it might be a good place to start, but like he said, we were...
Rise with the sun! Hey, not a bad haul.
So Paimon just confirmed with the guards that our shift is set for every morning, and we're free to do, but it seems like most of the other inmates choose to continue. Oh, and they also said that you can use coupons to skip work in the morning if they weren't kidding. Credit coupon. Nighty-night, Traveler. Paimon hopes we can keep making progress on our investigation tomorrow. What's wrong? You seem to have something on your mind. Is that even... Oh, Child's vision! So maybe the vision connected Child's consciousness to yours. And our investigation has its first major breakthrough. So what did you see in the dream? Do you know where Child went? Huh. Okay, what's more important now is that it's the start of another new day as prisoners. What's the plan for today? Let's go! It's time to start working. If that guard Fielding can...